So here we are in Ruzafa. This is one of the most popular areas amongst people who consider themselves expats, property investors from America and Western Europe. Often reference this as the place to be. And looking around, you can totally see why. Lovely old architecture. Now, seeing buildings which are, over 150 years old, 100 years old, is something which I find quite attractive when looking at potential areas. It shows that there's lots of history and there's a rich historical and cultural context as to why the place kind of exists, really. So yeah, let's kind of walk around and get a taste of the area, the feel, and some of the surrounding amenities.
Let's jump straight into some property searching. So we're using Idealista. Other property search engines are available, of course. Now, typically, when we are benchmarking the price of property in Ruzafa, now Ruzafa is a premium area, we're looking at around 4,650 to around 5,000 euros per meter squared. So, for instance, for a kind of maybe two-bedroom, 70-meter squared apartment, we're looking at around 325,000 euros to around 350,000 euros. Now, as you'll see, the kind of prices fluctuate and vary around this range. So, for instance, you could, find a property with no elevator, or a kind of property which is on the ground floor, for instance. And similarly, when we're benchmarking, we're looking at around 18 euros per meter squared a month. So your 70 meter squared property is going to set you back around 1200-ish a month. So that's what you kind of would be expecting to pay. All right. So what I like to do is search by map, and then I either like to go to the last week or the last 48 hours. Let's go to the last 48 hours. As you can see, we've only got six rentals. Six properties available. So let's just view those six. All right. So where we are right now is this area here. We're walking around. And I guess the cheapest is this. So this is a fifth floor with lift, penthouse, 68 meters squared. Honestly, pretty good, actually. Let's give it a view. So everything is open plan. It's got some interesting design features. The fact that this comes with an elevator is really good. Yeah, amazing large bathroom. Wasn't expecting that. It's pretty good value for money, I must say. Solid investment. You could definitely rent this out, for around 1,300 euros a month. Really brilliant. Okay, so let's go back now. And as we didn't have that many results, you see, look at this. So this is 490, but it's a lot larger, 100 meters squared, second floor with a lift. Huge apartment. I think 500,000 is a lot. It depends on your strategy here. I would say if you want that growth, areas like Ruzafa, not the places to invest in. You want upper income areas to really see growth. But if you're kind of more of a lifestyle, looking for kind of a lifestyle upgrade, then this whole area is considered plug and play. But if you want to see your kind of money maybe double in a couple years, then you would go to an area which is maybe off a radar but has really good fundamentals, and you're essentially gambling the you know, the prices for those properties will indeed increase. So let's have more of a let's have more of a view of the kind of properties in the areas we're walking around in. So 350, cool, cool. I mean, I'm not terribly excited about this area. I think a lot of expats, foreigners are. They think it's quite cute and whatnot, but if you've ever grown up in like a big city, New York, London, and you've seen, gentrification, you kind of have an appreciation for the areas which are a bit more rough because that's where all the potential is. And so yeah, I kind of I wouldn't, even if I had the money, I wouldn't invest here. Um, so yeah, I'm just now filtering by the lowest prices available. We can see. So 230,000 euros, fifth floor with lift. This is really great. The fact that like it has an elevator is really, really good. So super duper nice. And one feature of these kind of apartments, maybe built in the 60s and 70s, is the Gatelli, which is the textured wall. A massive pain in the ass. Bit of a mess to remove it. Quite arduous to do it yourself, but if you've got a couple grand, you can get someone to do it. So like this is kind of a typical of a kind of doer-upper. You have these vanities kind of ubiquitous in these kinds of homes. Yeah, so this actually requires quite an overhaul. But oh, that's good acting, is that? But great communal area, large, spacious, clean, well looked after. And I believe this is an interior facing property, right? So the kind of main window bit, your main window in the living room faces internally, right? So you don't get the view of a kind of beautiful city in below. So that's something to consider. Look, I'm talking about this from experience and having skin in the game, not one of the many fantasists who do these kinds of videos who haven't actually put their money down where their mouth is and have actually toiled in the Valencia property market. Again, ground floor, void, first floor without a lift. It's not so bad. 50 meters squared, very small and sensitive. Really, really nice. Third floor without a lift. And I think we might be seeing a cooling off of property prices. So this is super duper nice. Self furnished, great. For a cool committee, third floor without a lift. No thanks. First floor without. I think maybe the second floor is the max I'd go without a lift. And I'm somebody who's lived in an apartment fifth floor without a lift, and it I'm young, I'm fit, but after a long day, it can really make you put a bad taste in your mouth going home, thinking about the fact that you have to walk up so many steps. So I really wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I mean, scrolling through now, you're gonna have to spend around 250k minimum to get something in Ruzafa. So yeah, just to conclude, I would say go for I would say go for Ruzafa if you want something simple, turnkey. You like the nightlife, I guess. You don't mind sharing the sidewalk with lots of foreign tourists. I know some people do, and that's legitimate. Some people want to kind of see more community, more permanent community. I think that's really important for a lot of people. Um, but yeah, if you don't mind the somewhat transitory nature of the area, you're not too concerned about potential, then I think Reserva is a great place. But I wouldn't recommend it if you want to see some kind of more aggressive growth. You want to be more community oriented. So, hanging out with a bunch of Dutch tourists on the weekend is not your thing. It might be for some people. It's fine. Dutch people are great. But in case it isn't, you want to see experience more of the local life, and yeah, I wouldn't advise it. I hope this has been useful. Thank you so much.